With Sadhguruji's Kripa, I'll be delivering a short talk on faith, Prateet. In the Ardas, we say, Dara Kara Sikhi Siddhak Baksh. Let's focus on Siddhak. Siddhak has many perspectives, but my focus will be on faith. So when we actually talk about faith, what do we mean? Well, in a spiritual sense, Sasangaji, it's about trust in the Almighty. And it's a very emotive topic. So faith is an important part of life. We had the interfaith leaders here yesterday, and they all, in their own words, described faith. So it's very important to human life. It's not tangible, but we can feel it inside us. Just think about when you set yourself a goal, you want something so bad, you're feeling it inside you. That's what it is. But Sasangaji, life can be very difficult. And when it gets difficult, that's where the faith comes in. It's about having that faith. Our religious rituals are empty without faith. But we have faith in the Akal Purkh that guides and he protects us. So what are the benefits of faith? The benefits are that we are provided with a ring of armor, a ring of protection. We feel loved, we feel peace, we feel joy, and we are free of stress and anxiety. Just think about what you are feeling sitting down in the Satsanga today. The Gurbani explains faith. It says, Jaake man gur ki prateet. He whose heart has faith in the Guru. This jan ave har prab jeet. This man comes to meditate on the Lord, the Almighty. Bhagata bhagata suniye teh loe, within whose mind is the unique Lord. Jaake hirde eko hoye. That person is renowned as a saint and devotee in the three worlds, the past, the present, and the future. Sadhguru Pratap Singh Ji in their bachan say, some recite Naam, some read the Gurbani, and some do Sodh. But if you don't have faith, you don't achieve what you attend. Sadhguru Pratap Singh Ji goes on to define in Sikhi as a Gursikh what faith and equality is. So faith and quality is traditional. Well, it's akin to a traditional wife being devoted to her husband. The soul bride, that's what we're all considered as. The soul bride whom the Lord is pleased with because of our devotion, Sasangaji. So it's not just about reading and listening to the Gurbani, it's about accepting and it's about heeding what it tells us. The Akal Purkh, who is in control of all things. He's the creator, he's the destroyer, he is Sasangaji, the Karta Purkh. So how can faith be achieved? Well, let's look at 4 points. We have to have trust in the Almighty. We have to surrender and let go. Secondly, by listening to Sadhguruji's jas, their mema, their miraculous praises. Thirdly, by reading the Gurbani and bettering yourselves. And fourthly, by Sasangaji doing Naam Simran. But let's explore trust. What is trust? Cast your mind back to the story of Prahlad. The Ragis sang it in the Asadivar today. Prahlad, who was a young child, Sasangaji, a young child who saw God in the king, his father. But what happened? He saw God until he witnessed the true Akal Purkh. But what happened then? His father presented with him many challenges like throwing him over the cliff, many challenges like putting him in a snake pit. But Sasangaji, at each moment he did his ardas. He remembered the Almighty, and the Almighty came and protected him. He had trust in the Almighty. Let's think about Mai Dani from Sadhguru Pratap Singh Ji's time. She had great level of affection and trust in Sadhguru Pratap Singh Ji. She had high level of spirituality, and she had broken away from Maya and Moh, the worldly attachments. Sasangaji, her situation was such that her husband had passed away. And due to family rivalry, her son had also passed. But she accepted the raja of Sadguruji, the will of the Divine One. On one day, she decided to organize an Akhand Path. But then on the second day, she had in her mind, what if my Sadguruji gives darshan? Then only my part is successful. So Satsang she did ardas. कि वे सतगुरु जी कल अखंड पाठ दा भोग है आप जी दर्शन देवो जो जो चितवे साध जन so leta man. Whatever God's holy servants intend, whatever they intend, Satsangaji, the wishes He grants them. So what did she do? The power of the ardas. She did ardas. She didn't send a text message. She didn't use WhatsApp. She had that internal connection with her Akal Purkh. She did her ardas, Satsangaji, and she felt, if Sadhguruji doesn't give darshan, then what is the use of me doing this part? And what happened at that moment? Sadhguruji was at their dera at Nilunair. Sadhguruji was doing bachan with the sangat there. And to everybody's surprise, Sadhguruji made a plan कि we आज असी Amritsar jana. So रात तो रात Satsangaji, Sadhguruji went Amritsar. So think about at that time how the roads were. It's around about 200 kilometers. But Sadhguruji and the Sevak, they made their way there. They arrived at Amritsar Gurdwara. Satsangaji there, the Sangat rejoiced that Sadhguruji had come. And then, as it was late, Satsangat did Arjan Sadhguruji's charan for Sadhguruji to have Langar Pani the next day before they went on to their next journey. So this is the third day now we get to, and it's the Pog now of Maidaniji's program. So there, as I said before, she was very spiritually elevated. So she has seen that Sadhguruji has arrived at Amritsar, and at that moment she has also seen that the Amritsar Sangat has done Arj Benti to Sadhguruji about the Langar. So Satsangaji, she went ahead and did her ardas again, her only means of connecting with the Akal Purkh. She said, Meri ardas pehla, ja Amritsar di Langar di ardas pehla. She said, is my ardas first or the ardas of the Amritsar Sangat who have now requested Langar? But after the Chandi Divarada part, Sadhguru Pratap Singh Ji, they went past the kitchen. They saw their sevak and they asked them to let's go. Again, they made their way to the village Chamba where my Daniji was. Now, on their way, Satsangji, put yourself back, take yourself back to where my Daniji is. She's waiting for her Akal Purkh to come. The Prabandhak are coming. They're asking her that we do need to do the Pog now. The Sad Sangat needs to go back. It is very hot, etc. And they said to her, have you done your Arj? So, doing the Arj meant going through the Prabandhaks, doing the Arj Benti to Sadhguruji like that. But my Daniji said, yes, I have done my Arj, like Pilni did, like Bebe Nanki did, like Bhai Rai Singh Ji did. Satsangaji, Sadhguruji came. She was very overwhelmed that she went into a trance and she fell to the floor. Sadhguruji got her up and embraced her. And what did she do? She embraced Sadhguruji with a warm hug. She was so overwhelmed. Sadhguruji gave darshan to the Sad Sangat. They ate langar there. And Mataji was fully content. She was fully satisfied. For spiritually elevated people like that, the Gurbani says, Kare Bhagat Atam Keh Chaye, Prabh Apne Syo Rehe Samaye, Jo Hoa Hovat So Jane, Prabh Apne Ka Hukam Pachane, Tiski Mehma Kaun Bakhano. Satsangaji's level which Mataji had reached. She was absorbed in the love of her Sadhguruji. He who knew her past and her present. Who can narrate his praises? But Satsangaji, sometimes when things don't go according to plan, that's when we lose our faith. That's where our faith is tested. My Daniji was very strong-minded. She had faith. She relied on the power of the Ardas. And her focus was on living in her Almighty's Raja. Sadhguru Ji Singh Ji highlights the point of living in His divine will. Some of you remember when Sadhguru Ji had their heart operation in Australia. Sadhguru Ji came to the United Kingdom thereafter. And the Sangat there, Satsang ji, they did urge to Sadhguru ji. They said, Sadhguru ji, aap ji ne inna kasht chalya, tusi taal nahi sakde si. So they're saying to Sadhguru ji, you had to endure so much pain and sufferings. Could you not just make that go away? Satsang ji, Sadhguru ji at that moment said, Satsang ji, ਇਹ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਮਾਲਕ ਨੇ ਜਿਹਨੇ ਇੰਨਾ ਸੁੱਖ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ ਜੇ ਦੁੱਖ ਵੀ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੁਛ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਰਜਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ Satsang ji, Sadhguru ji is explaining that this loving Lord who has given us so much peace, so much happiness, if he gives us just a little bit of pain and sufferings, we should not say anything. We should accept it as his divine will. Je sukh ditta te dukh vi ਉਹਨੇ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਆ At that point, Sadhguru ji recited, Sukh aradan, dukh aradan, bisre na kahu bera. The sufferings and pleasures given by the Almighty, that we should receive as prasad. Satsang ji, we should reflect on Sadhguru ji Singh ji's bhajan. And, well, we should try and incorporate that in our daily lives, living in the raja of the Almighty, surrendering to him. Not to worry, letting go. Not to lose any sleep. But Satsang ji, this can only be achieved with the blessings of the Almighty. Even I am a natural born worrier. If something happens, I worry. I speak to my family, I phone my friends, but I have this little voice going inside my head. Just calm down, don't worry, everything will be fine. That's what we all do. We are humans at the end of the day. Satsang ji, my point is we shouldn't be hard on ourselves. Sadhguru ji is there to protect us and to guide us. And my request is that we think about how we can do an ardas so Sadhguru ji blesses us with Shraddha, Preet and Prateet. The Shraddha and the Pyar are fruits of our spirituality, Satsang ji. I'm not worthy about talking about such a prominent topic in Sikhi. Because like you, I also want this kripa and these blessings. And my hope is that you reflect on what we've talked about today. And in conclusion, meri ahi arj binti hai ki vi Sadhguru ji bakshish rakhan. And for any mistakes I have made, may he forgive me. Sat Sri Akal.